Jackie, that's for sure. USA Today out with an editorial saying the West can turn the tables on Russia's Putin if the U.S. exports its own natural gas to other countries. Speaker John Boehner seems to be showing his support of the idea. He retweeted the article today with the hashtag must read.
Yeah, for more on if this is a good idea and how it could affect the markets, let's bring in Gary Evans. He's CEO of Magnum Hunter Resources, is an oil and gas, natural gas exploration and production company. So we know where you're coming from. But the critics will say this comes at the wrong time. We shouldn't export because we have all this natural gas we've discovered. This could create finally the independence, energy independence that the U.S. has been needing for decades. Why send it overseas right now? What do you say?
Well, it's pretty much a no-brainer. This country produces about 75 BCF of natural gas a day. We got prices in the $4.50 range when Japan and China are paying 18, 19 bucks an MCF. Europe's paying $10 to $12 an MCF, and we got probably a 200-year supply, if not greater. And to think that we're going to sit here and keep this gas in this country, not export it to other countries around the world, and create all these additional jobs that this industry's been doing for the last 5 years is actually insane.
So you're saying it wouldn't jeopardize our energy independence if we were to export it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
In fact, it's probably going to energize it more because there'll be more capital available to exploit these shale plays that we discovered here in the United States.
So, but let's say that the natural gas price jumps from about $4 and change today to, I don't know, 6 or 7, just to pick a number on that. It will mean that our producers, our companies and our consumers will pay more. So that is a trade-off worth considering, Gary, is it not?
Sure, it's a trade-off, but look at the benefits of a $5 to $6 gas compared to what other people all around the world are having to pay. It's still about a third of the price. So I believe that with the industrial demand that could come with our ability to have this cheap gas, to create all the new chemical plants, petrochemical plants, ethanol plants. I mean,
because, by the way, if we're not going to do it, someone else will. Canada, Iran, they're trying to approve export LNG. And does that suggest that if we really want to get serious about this, we better expedite the process here and find some place to put these plants and get it going?
Right. Well, it's exactly right. We've only got 6 LNG facilities approved. There's approximately 30 at the DOE trying to get approved. That's only 10 BCF a day. We produce 75 BCF a day. We're headed to 80 BCF a day. So we need this ability to export this natural gas.
What's BCF, by the way? I don't know what that is.
Oh, billion cubic feet.
Thank you. So assuming we were able to get plants online, get the construction approval and so forth, realistically, when could we start to export a meaningful amount to Europe to make up for the shortfall that Russia may withhold as a result of all the political wrangling going on right now? I mean, realistically, what time frame are we talking about here?
Oh, it's going to take many, many years.
Yeah.
The first LNG facility goes live in Texas, where I'm from, just next year, late next year. And only, like I say, 6 have been approved. And these are 2 to 3 year to 4-year lead time. So we're not talking about having any impact on this economy and exporting LNG for 5 to 10 years.
And there's a not in my backyard problem with this, which is these plants are massive, they're costly, they're not attractive. A lot of people, and I think the Chesapeake area comes to mind.
It's like gasoline
really
refineries. Everybody wants them, but nobody wants them in their backyard, right?
Exactly.
Well, there's only one up here in the Northeast. That's in Maryland, the Cove Point facility.
Yeah, and so how do you overcome that obstacle? Does it have to be decreed? How do you pick these places? So if we argue this is for the good of the country and frankly for the good of our geopolitical relationship, then how do you effectively say we need to get these built and find the areas to do it, to move that along?
Well, the states of Texas and Louisiana have been more willing to have refineries and petrochemical plants, so that's the logical place. We have all these major trunk lines in the United States that feed into the Gulf Coast, so most producers, like up in the Marcellus and Utica, are looking for ways to get their gas on firm transportation down to the Gulf Coast so that we have the ability to export this hopefully in the future.
And that's precisely where you guys are getting more active, in that part of the country, correct?
That's correct. The Marcellus and Utica of Appalachia is the cheapest place in the United States to find natural gas, and we've got abundant supplies, and it's going to become a bottleneck if we don't figure out how to get it out of here.
Gary Evans, really appreciate your perspective on this important issue today.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks very much. All right, heading into the